Eventually it'll start. There we go. Woo! Literally had to run in here and get everything set up so we can do this live stream. So I'm ready to talk about some football. How about you?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Bet. Well, before we get everything started, I want to make sure to tell everybody in the chat, which it looks like we got a couple people already. Make sure you subscribe. Obviously, we like to do these live streams every week, every Saturday at 11 o'clock. Make sure you like the video, obviously, since you're already here and you want to talk good college football. And obviously, check out Johnny's channel. Check out our channel, Back of the Bus. And obviously, like I said, subscribe. All right, Johnny, what are we talking about today? Any big games that you're excited for or anything like that at all? Obviously, besides Michigan.
Honestly, am I froze? Oh, there we go. honestly, I'm not sure. Who is that game? What's the big one? The biggest game of the day is what?
Ohio State, Nebraska. That's all that matters, Johnny.
That's all that matters.
No, let me do your impression of me. It's all that matters, Johnny. It's all that matters. Ohio State, Nebraska. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Anyway, so what we got? SEC games. Big Ten.
What is it? LSU. A&M?
LSU's playing Texas A&M, I think. Yeah, that sounds right. Yep, they're playing at 7:30 today. You excited for that one?
Honestly, not really. But it's it's the biggest game today.
It's a ranked matchup. I'll give you that.
It's interesting. And I was talking about this in the car the other day. What's interesting about this year, just in general, is we're gonna see some new faces in the playoff. I mean, it's expanded, but some of the usual suspects from the last few years aren't going to be there. Michigan's probably not going to be there. There's like a little smidgen of a chance, but there's the smallest little bit of hope left.
Oh, okay, all right.
That might end tonight. I mean, but whatever.
Going back to Davis Warren, hey,
yeah. We're not gonna be there. Let's just be real.
I was going to say, I don't want to be that guy, but
Bama may not be there.
Yeah.
Penn State might be there. James Franklin actually gets a chance. Looks like they're gonna make it. Indiana might be in there. So it's interesting. But I will be honestly. Besides our game, your game interests me probably the most today.
Yeah, no, it's definitely going to be an exciting one for sure. Obviously,
go on.
I mean, since we're there, I might as well talk about it, right? Yeah, no, it's an interesting one. I told you, going into the Oregon game that this is kind of our tough team run for the year between Oregon, Nebraska. I think we got Indiana in a couple weeks, Penn State, obviously. So it's going to be a very interesting run for us. Obviously, coming off the bye week, we got to see some improvements, some major improvements. However, I don't think this is the game where our defense is going to get tested all like that.
Do you think this could be a trap game?
Potentially. But I think Ryan Day's got our guys ready. I believe they're going to have our guys ready. Shout out to Boxing Maniac here. He says OSU is going to dominate Nebraska. Jim Knowles' defense only look good against mid teams.
Yeah,
it is a mid offense. I mean, they got some work that they need to do. They got some star power that they need to, hopefully upgrade their team with. And then Dylan Raiola is still not that guy quite yet. He's good for a freshman, but he's not that guy.
Yeah, if I'm them, who's their coach? Is it? I always get them confused.
Matt Rule?
Yeah, okay, Matt Rule. Matt Rule, if I'm him, I'm putting everything, all the chips, all the trick plays, anything I can. I'm throwing it. I'm putting it all out there for today. This is your chance to get a big time win against Ohio State. They're coming off the loss to Oregon with a bye week. So there's still the possibility that y'all could come out slow, because sometimes when you lose a game, even if it's close, then you have a bye week. So there's the possibility you can come out slow. And there's also the possibility you could come out ready to kick their head in,
Right,
So
right.
if I'm them, I want to try to put everything in it because this is a win you need. You need these wins. You know what
Facts.
I'm saying? If you can get it to the fourth somehow, and then hey, that's all you can ask for. Try to win it in the fourth.
Yeah.
Probably easier said than done. But if I'm him, I'm pulling out all the stops to try to get this one.
That's kind of what it took for homeboy out in Oregon.
Yeah,
Dan Lanning. He had to do that stupid onside kick and some other mess, some 12-player mess just to do this. But it is what it is.
The kicker was out there. He said he was scanned and he said, "Oh,
that's crazy." Like the water boy, like the scene from the water boy.
There's my bitch. There you go.
I knew that's what you wanted to say. All right, Larry Ball says the Buckeyes brought everyone back just to beat a bad Michigan team, which is facts. Won't win a Big Ten title, won't win a natty. Won't win a Big Ten title. Why? Why do we feel that way?
Oregon?
We lost to Oregon by 1 point at their home venue. Why? Why do we feel that way? So a natty is different, but the Big Ten title, come on now. Stop it.
So do you think this is just my opinion. I mean, this is just me asking. Do you think if y'all play again, what will the score be if y'all meet in the Big Ten championship?
I'm terrible at scores, but I think we can beat them by at least. It'll be another close game. I feel like it'll be another close game.
One. See, my worry,
one score game.
My worry for y'all is, and this is just similarities, and for some reason it keeps coming back in my head. But remember Washington and Oregon last year? Washington escaped the first time, and I think everybody assumed that Oregon would win the second time, and Washington beats them again. Kind of
sure.
Better, I guess it was a better win the second time. For some reason, that keeps popping in my head with y'all two.
Well, first of all, it's hard to win twice. We all know that,
and that's what was crazy about last year. That's why everybody was picking Oregon the second time.
Right, it's hard to win twice. But the second game will be in Indianapolis, and we already travel well. I don't see it. I don't see it. They're a good team. I'm not trying to take anything away from them, and they get back their edge rusher. I forgot his name. So I mean, there are some things to be worried about. I'm not going to sit here and act like it's just a for sure thing, but like for you to definitively say we're not winning the Big Ten title, not you, but the commenter Larry Ball. I don't believe that. I don't see how it's already definitive that we're just going to lose again in the Big Ten title. Gotcha. We have advantages too. Apparently, Quinshawn wasn't even playing at 100%. From what I'm hearing. So
saying that, what's going on with him? Is he playing today?
I believe so. Yeah, the only name that I've seen that is not playing today is Lathan Ransom.
Is he's done for the year, isn't he?
No, I don't think he's done for the year, but he's not going to play in this game at least. Simmons is out for the year, I believe, though.
Got you.
Our tackle.
Left tackle.
Yeah.
So one more, and then I guess we can talk about Michigan State.
No, say it like you mean it. Michigan. That team up north.
Michigan State. Talk about that. What are you looking ahead just a little bit? What do you think about Penn State? Y'all match up with Penn State. Because it's always intriguing, but they always, even when they play well, they find a way to lose.
Penn State is a very similar situation to Nebraska, but they have a better defense, to me, at least. I don't feel like Drew is that guy at quarterback. They got a decent backfield, and then they got a great defense. So like, it scares me a little bit. But then you look at their coach and know that, like you said, for the onside kick against Oregon, when I see James Franklin on the schedule, I go, yeah, there's my bitch. That's what I do. That's what I do when I see the schedule. I don't know what Ryan Day does, but
I'd say, yeah. Okay.
Nah,
Okay.
Penn State will never scare me, but I do believe that they are. I do believe that they're a threat for sure. And
It's
this is
probably their
this is
best
the only
chance.
game that they're going to have to play up for. So
Yeah. Gotcha.
we'll see.
Gotcha.
We'll see what they deliver. And I think it's in Happy Valley too. So
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see is all I want to say about that.
Yeah. At least it's not at night.
Yeah. Facts. So all right. So we got to get into Michigan and Michigan State. And I know Marcus had some things that he wanted to say about the Davis Warren decision, so I'm sure he'll be up. But obviously 2 4-3 teams, and there's a rivalry here, sure. So I'm sure Michigan State might play up a little bit, obviously. But tell me what you're thinking.
Honestly, I don't know what to think. Honestly, this is an interesting matchup because both of the teams aren't that good.
Mm-hmm.
Michigan State has Aiden Childs. They got Nick Marsh. So they've got some explosive ability on offense, but Childs will also give you the ball. He'll turn it over. So that being said, even if they play well on offense, they're probably going to give you the ball a couple times to let you stay in the game, and going against Michigan's offense, which hasn't been good. Davis Warren, he can make some throws. He's probably the best pure passer that we have, but he'll turn it over also, So it's just an interesting matchup. Michigan State has a good run defense, and they're always kind of pinning down on our run, pinning their ears back for Michigan's run game. They never want to let us do that, so it's an interesting matchup.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know. Like, I don't give score predictions anyway, but
for sure.
This matchup just really bro, I don't know what to expect, honestly.
Yeah. All right. Marcus is joining, but I did want to ask. I'm hearing no Will Johnson. What's the deal with that situation?
Will Johnson is always dinged up most of the time, so it's not a real surprise to me. He's always got some type of nagging injury or something.
Is he out officially?
I haven't seen it, but
I ain't seen a report either. So
I haven't seen the official one is probably out today. I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
But I wouldn't be surprised if he's out, which sucks because we need somebody dumb enough to throw over there and get a big 6. We need them points.
Yep. Okay. So Marcus has some thoughts about Davis Warren and figure since
no, I'm about to let us have it real quick. And then I'm gonna bang out and I'm gonna let y'all rock for the rest of the day. Yeah. Johnny, just remind me, because I know you watch a lot of this stuff as much as I do. Last week's presser and in the first interview out of last week after the game, what was the number one takeaway from the offense for Sherrone Moore?
Don't turn the ball over.
Don't turn the ball over. Period. End of conversation, right?
Protect the ball.
Protect the ball. What was Sherrone Moore's number one thing for naming a starter at the beginning of the season?
Someone to take care of the ball.
Football, right? Sustain drives, protect the football. Johnny, who has the most turnovers on the team at quarterback this year?
Davis Warren, definitely.
Davis fudging Warren. Now let me say this. I said last week that I thought there was some calculus to playing Davis Warren. Playing him, not starting him. Right? Yeah, we going down the Alex Orgy train. So come with me. I have to lay this out bare how embarrassingly bad this is. Like, not just from the perspective of, hey, we can't turn the ball over, so we got to go back to the first guy who threw 3 picks versus a Power 5 team. Right? Beyond that, let's address Alex Orgy is our best passing option. He gets yards. Folks, I don't care if you throw for 200, 300, 400 yards. If you are clocking yourself in for 3 turnovers, it's for naught. It doesn't mean anything. Every single time you turn the ball over, you change the complexion of the game. How did we watch Illinois? How did we watch Illinois and not come to that conclusion?
Illinois looked just like us, like we used to look.
Thank you. How did we watch that game last week and land on this conclusion? Oh, Alex, we can't throw it, Alex. So you can't do a forward pass. Johnny, if you look at the passing stats for this season, who has the most passing touchdowns?
Orgy. What is what?
It's Orgy. It's Orgy. Yeah, he got 3 passing touchdowns. Who has the least amount of interceptions?
Orgy.
I'm really starting to come to grips with not only the coaching staff. They're going to reap what they sow. When you make decisions like this, football gods will dictate that you get what you're looking for. Okay? They're going to get what they get. If you haven't noticed by now, I'm predicting us to take a steaming L in the big house. Fat L. It's coming. It's coming because we are so stuck in our own thing of what we're trying to do. And I don't even really want to hear most of the fan base complain about it when they see it. Y'all cheering now? Y'all got your 16 jerseys on? Keep them on. Keep them on. You keep them on. Just like the Tuttle. Oh man, clearly Tuttle gives us the best chance to win. Like it's not even a question. It's obviously Tuttle, 7th-year guy, has the best mix between rushing and passing, and he put the defense in a worse position than they've been in all year, probably since the Texas game. If you are signing yourself up for automatic turnovers and you're living with it, well, that tells me that you will accept anything from a certain type of quarterback. And I'm going to just stain you with it now. I'm going to say that clearly. And that can hit whatever dog it applies to. I expect to hear you holler in the comments. I am sick of this. I'm disgusted by this. You know what got pointed out to me last week? I was watching Voice of College Football. Shout out to TJ and John. The only drive that we scored on last week are 7 points for the game. Guess who called it, Johnny? Guess who had the play sheet in their hand? And guess who anointed Kurt Campbell with play calling duties once more this week in a rivalry game?
That's crazy.
It don't make no sense. Doesn't make a lick of sense any way you describe it. There is no football reason to start anyone other than Alex Orgy. I didn't say he has to play the whole game. I didn't say he has a long leash. I didn't even say you couldn't run a 2-quarterback system. Hear what I'm saying to you. There is no football reason to be starting anyone other than Alex Orgy. And that's by my logic. That's by your head coach's logic. That's what your offensive coordinator claims his logic is. And yet they will look us dead in our face and march the guy who threw 3 picks versus a Power 5 team. I'm out. Y'all can discuss the rest of the games. I don't even know if I'm gonna be watching today. I'll tune in to Ohio State, Nebraska. I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of this shit. All of y'all that are hanging on to the recruiting thread. Oh, well, he's tearing it up in recruiting. Bryce Underwood ain't gonna change this. Bryce Underwood is not going to change this level of incompetence from the coaching staff. So pray your hearts out for a 5-star all you want. They will run that team right into the ground the way they're doing this one with decisions like this.
Hold on, before you go, don't leave. We got a question about grabbing UNLV's offensive coordinator.
Don't know enough about Brennan Marion. I haven't watched. Yeah. I think I've seen them in 2 games this season, UNLV, and that was after the stuff. So I couldn't call it. I need to look at some games.
Got you. Okay. All right. Just wanted to see what you thought about that suggestion.
Yeah, y'all know what my pipe dream is. But at this point, we're gonna be getting KC right back. KC gonna be right back. He's gonna let KC blame everything on personnel, just like the fans do, right? Just like a fan in our comments, like a fan in one of the call-in shows Sunday, Johnny. He's going to allow that man to blame everything on personnel as if he wasn't coaching them for the last 2 years.
That's a fact.
Okay. Oh, I'm a hope to the heavens, LeVar Ball, but I know where that hope is going.
Larry Ball.
Sorry, LeVar. LeVar Ball is crazy. My bad, Larry. I'm too hype. Let me calm down.
But it looks like we got some people that agree with you. So
hey, listen, if I was him, dog, you wouldn't have had to not start me. I would have told you at the beginning of this week, hey, listen, I very obviously am not your guy. I'm not going to be your guy. I want a chance to be a guy for someone. Let me reserve my eligibility so I can redshirt and keep playing. I would have said that at the beginning of the week. It's very obvious. I'm not going to be your guy. You're not going to allow me to win it. You don't really have the interest in developing me, or someone on this staff doesn't want to develop me. I feel like my prospects will be better elsewhere. Let me save my eligibility, because as much as we've gone through the season, y'all, 7 games in, Alex Orji's only played in 2 games, or he's only played enough in 2 games to register against a potential redshirt.
Yeah.
Literally, the only stat that Alex Orji loses out on in the quarterback state is completion percentage and yards. And we can chalk the yards up to they simply just didn't throw the ball when he was in there. Or at least to no effective degree that would have made that stat line go up. The completion percentage, I'm not going to fault him for 53 when the tops is 66. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing. Don't know where we're going. And for, again, all you best chance to win 16 jersey wearers, I want to see you after the game. Come see me. Come talk to me.
Well, hopefully y'all don't lose the Paul Bunyan to Michigan State.
I'm at a spot where that's probably what's best. This level of ignorance deserves to be smacked. It deserves to have your hand smacked in a very embarrassing way. And a
Michigan State loss would do that.
Do I want that to happen to my squad? Do I want Davis Warren to be put in this position again, to be expected to save the passing offense that doesn't exist? No, absolutely not. But I can only call it like I see it. So,
gotcha.
Good luck with that, guys.
Well, any other thoughts on any other games or anything like that before you head off?
Nah, man, I'll be looking out. I think y'all mentioned some injuries on Ohio State side, though. Is Quinshon Judkins playing today?
From last I checked, all I know is that Lathan Ransom is out.
I heard my boy had hand surgery and then he wasn't gonna miss no time. Then I heard 3 to 4 weeks. So I don't know.
You got me on that one. I haven't heard it, but all I've officially heard is Lathan Ransom.
So that was my only question on OSU.
Oh, wait, hold on. Gives an update. Oh, this is 3 days ago. Okay. That's not exactly what I'm looking for. The issue has not been expected to sideline Judkins as the Buckeyes return from an idle week Saturday against Nebraska.
Which sounds crazy. Like, what kind of procedure? I guess they have all type of like arthroscopic surgeries and stuff like that. But like, I don't know if I'd be sending a guy out after having a procedure against Nebraska. But
yeah, hey, definitely don't want any cough ups.
Yeah, I'd be trying to get him back from Penn State.
Yeah, Indiana.
About 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it would have been 3 weeks from when y'all played Oregon, I guess.
And Travion's been playing good this year, so
I'm saying that's the luxury of having 2 backs.
All right,
2 good backs. You know,
absolutely.
You can try to rest one of them when he gets dinged.
Yeah, I thought that was the whole point, but we'll see. All right. Well, was that everything that you had to get off your chest, sir?
That's it, man. Go Northwestern today versus Maryland.
That's crazy. All right, bro. All right, Johnny. Let's I guess we gotta wrap up some of these other games. But before we do,
let me touch on what Marcus was talking about a little bit too.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
For I accept things fast. I realized what was going on with Kirk Campbell and the offense. I realized it real fast. Like week 2 after Texas, then the Arkansas State, I kind of realized what was going on with them. And then when Orji got his start, and I noticed the type of game they were calling for him, I've kind of accepted what these dudes are. Like the rant that Marcus just went on, I had that about 4 weeks ago or something. I done already, it don't take me long to realize you got some boneheads coaching these dudes that don't know what they're doing, so I know the feeling he's having, because I've already had it.
You've been there.
I've already had it and accepted, like, these dudes don't know what the hell they doing. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure.
I'm with him. I'm just at a different stage of what you call it?
Grief.
Process. Grief. Yeah, there you go. I'm grieving. So I'm just at a different stage. I'm at my acceptance stage.
Right, for sure.
He's in the realization of these guys don't know what they're doing stage. Yeah. He's in that stage, and I'm a little further along, but we're in the same boat. We're in the same boat.
For sure. So, I got it. All right. So, yeah, before we got into some of the Big Ten games that we got to discuss, I also wanted to throw out, because this has been a question throughout the year so far on this channel, about Kyle McCord. I don't know if you saw what happened with him in Pittsburgh, but that was an atrocity.
Yes, it was almost unbelievable.
3 pick sixes in the first half, and then another pick on top of that.
I had 5 interceptions total. I had it on, but you know how you have it on, but you're not really watching it.
Yeah.
So I had it on, but it was like every time I looked up from my phone, pick 6. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
That's crazy. Yeah. So to answer your question from weeks ago, we're good. We're good. We're glad we got Will Howard, because that is insane. If he ever did that with a Buckeye jersey on,
hey, that Pittsburgh team, what are they, 7-0 now?
I think so. They're good. They got a great team.
It's some real surprise teams this year,
for sure.
Kyle McCord, do you think it's just the pressure of the moments? Like when he plays a good team, or in the pressure of the moment? Because that was kind of a big time game. What was it? Thursday night? That was a Thursday night.
Was that Thursday night?
Yeah, that was a Thursday night game.
Yep.
Undefeated. Pittsburgh is undefeated, right? Or they got one loss?
No, they're undefeated.
Yeah,
they're one of the top teams in the ACC right now.
I think they are pretty good.
They are. They're legitimate.
That defense was flying around.
They're quietly one of the best teams in the ACC right now.
Yeah, you can see it in a team how good they're coached and things like that. Like they ran through them like they was Georgia or something.
Man.
Like, bro, this is wild.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of the pressure of the big moments, but I don't know that Syracuse has played a team that's as good as them, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And especially not a defense that's up to that level. I think the best teams that they played, probably NC State and UNLV. So
they looked outmatched and outclassed, fast too.
Completely.
Yeah.
So we'll see going forward. But man, that was brutal.
I mean, he wouldn't have did that if he was on y'all team.
Okay. Well, we don't even have to worry about that. We're good. We got
good.
We are good. We are looking forward.
When it happened, did you have the Grinch smile? Did you go the Grinch smile?
Yes.
I hate that dude.
Yes. Yep. I didn't say I hate that dude, but I was smiling a little bit like, oh, okay. There's the Kyle McCord. Okay. It wasn't that apparent, but it was kind of creeping up a little bit. Like, okay. All right. We're in a good place. We traded up. I'm happy.
Yeah.
All right. So another game that happened already, the battle of the 4 and I think they were both 4 and 3 at the time. Rutgers and USC.
Yeah, I saw that one last night. Rutgers just couldn't hang enough with them. And it was these Pac-10 teams coming in. It's like 1:00 something. You know, I'm in East Coast time. It's like 1 something. I'm like, is this a replay? Is this a replay of the game?
Yeah, it's on so late.
Like, this is live. It's like 1:30 in the morning, bro. I'm like, this is dope, but this is crazy.
Can't get used to that at all.
Yeah, I'm like, this is crazy, you know. So them being USC was at home, weren't they? It was a home game for
USC. It was
USC.
a home game for them. Yep.
Yeah. So, and USC was due. It's not like they're playing. It's not like they've been playing bad as a whole. It's just they're not finishing games, you know.
Right.
So they're back at home and they finished this one off because it was teetering in the third quarter. Like, all right, is Rutgers gonna do what everybody's done to USC this year?
Yeah.
And USC went on a drive and kind of not this time. Not this time.
You know, my problem is actually with Rutgers. They're coming off of, you know, the game against UCLA, which was crazy. I can't believe UCLA was able to kind of do what they did against Rutgers, especially in the first half. Rutgers kind of came back a little bit, but man, UCLA had that game, and it's the one game that you could say UCLA had. And I thought going into this season that Rutgers was going to be a team that would do a little bit better. And then now losing to USC, you're 4-4 now. Like, I'm sure they'll get 6 wins and they'll get a bowl game, but like I would hope to see that Rutgers would take a step up, and they're not doing that now. So
yeah,
especially with Khaled Dennis, and you know they got a decent team, but
yeah, it's hard to punch through to that next level when you've been average, below average, and maybe good. You know, it's hard to punch through that next level to really be consistently. And all right, we're trying to take that step to be maybe a contender in the Big Ten, a real contender. It's hard to punch through that wall. That's why it's impressive to see what Indiana's doing.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, speaking of which, they're going to see Washington at home. I don't think I've yet to see a full Washington game yet, but obviously you guys have already played Washington. So what's your thoughts on that?
You say Indiana's at home or Washington's at home?
Indiana's at home.
Yeah, that's lucky for them. They're not playing in Washington because it's kind of raucous, you know. And then you have to deal with the time zone crap, you know, depending. But I think Indiana will probably only problem for them is their quarterback's hurt, right? Their starter's hurt.
Curtis Rourke.
Yeah. The starter for Indiana, I believe he's out for some weeks, isn't he?
He will miss today's matchup. Let's see. I don't know if he's out for some weeks though, but he's definitely out for today. Let's see. Curtis Rourke's nail bed injury should take 7 to 10 days to heal, doctor says.
Oh, okay.
So maybe he'll be back for the next game.
And the type of offense they have, I wouldn't be surprised if the backup is very capable, you know. Because their coach, he just seems like he doesn't leave a stone unturned, kind of. Yeah. Like he's gonna make sure everybody's prepared and well coached. And that offenses like that are hard to stop when they're well coached and everybody knows what they're doing, you know. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do Washington kind of bad. Probably not like they did Nebraska, but a controlled ass whooping, controlled butt whooping. I could see that happening. Washington with Jed Fish, he's a great play caller. That's a fact. But I'm interested to see that Indiana offense and the way they're playing. I think they're going to find a way to get through this one. Because if they lose, it's going to be to Ohio State. Somebody like that.
I think so too. I think, like you said, Indiana's been playing good football. The rest of their schedule is Michigan State, then you guys, and then Ohio State and Purdue. So I mean, other than a loss to us, I think
don't look like it's gonna
happen. They're going to lose to us for sure. And then outside of that, we'll see.
For sure.
You got something to say? Oh, they're going to lose to us, and then outside of that. They'll win every game. They'll win outside of that. But yeah, no. Now that you mentioned that Curtis Rourke is out, I guess I'm excited to see what Taven Jackson's going to do. That's their backup quarterback. I believe he came from Tennessee when they had Hendon Hooker and Milton that year. So I'm excited to see what he can do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Was he on Indiana last year?
I think he transferred last year. So he was on Indiana last year.
He's capable. I know who you're talking about. He's capable. They might roll Washington. They might.
Okay. All right. We'll see. I want them to. I want them to win out. I think they've been a really great story this year because Indiana was looking like chumps before this year. So
yeah,
I like the story, and I hope they win out outside of our game.
And that helps y'all. Our game. It's not going to help your strength of schedule or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So that I guess they could replace us as that other good matchup on there. You know what I'm saying? As far as rankings and strength of schedule stuff.
Yeah, not for sure. All right. At 3:30, we've got Maryland versus Minnesota. The only real thing that I care about with this one is that Maryland's got Oregon the next game. So, and they're away. They're on the road. So I don't think they got this one. They've been looking pretty bad all year. Their 4-3 doesn't look like Minnesota's 4-3. I'll say that.
Mm-hmm.
I like row your boat up there. So we'll see what Minnesota's got going on, but I got Minnesota winning that one.
Yeah, I got Minnesota on that.
Okay. And then we already talked about you guys' game, the Paul Bunyan trophy and all that. Let's talk about Illinois versus Oregon. That's actually going to be a really good game.
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
I got Oregon winning it. But
you got Oregon?
Yeah.
They're in
Illinois
Oregon?
is also Illinois is another team that they're not at the level they should be. They've been kind of, upgrading, year by year, but they're just not at the level I feel like they should be yet. And obviously they're ranked number 20 for a reason.
No, exactly. And even like last week when they played us, Michigan had every opportunity to win that game, and Michigan didn't play well at all, really, but Michigan was still in the game. Like they should have boat raced us, honestly. You would think the way we were turning it over and not being able to do much. I mean, shout out to Wink and the defense, keeping them in it, but Illinois, Oregon sometimes plays down to their competition. That's the problem with them. They played up for y'all. They had a lot of close games, even when they played Michigan State in the first half, they were turning it over. So there's a lot of playing down to the competition or playing up to the competition. Oregon seems to do that. So I'm interested to see if they can come out and, establish that dominance early against Illinois, because Illinois tries to play like a Michigan, we're going to grind it out and we're going to beat you in the fourth. We're tougher than you in the fourth. That's what Bielema's going to try to do to you. So it's going to be interesting to see. The other thing that I hate now about these Pac-12 teams, if you're on the road to one of these teams, it's a real disadvantage for you now.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just a regular, we're away. We're away. Who cares? We gonna
away across the country.
Yeah, across the country, different time zone, just like Rutgers. We're watching it. We're East Coast time zone. That game didn't end till like 2-something in the morning.
Yeah.
It's 2 a.m. to those players. You get what I'm saying? Like to the USC guys, it's 7, 8,
That's
9
normal.
o'clock. It's normal. We got a night game. Yeah. But Rutgers is like, bro, they probably in a haze.
Yeah, no, it's not like they have a whole bunch of time to adjust to that time zone difference. So You're absolutely right. So yeah, no, I wonder what Oregon we're going to get in this game, because they could be, the number 1 team that beat Ohio State by a point, or they can be, who we seen earlier this year and not show up and barely beat an Illinois team. So we'll see. I'll be very excited to see that. So that's all I got on that one.
Man,
Okay. Let's see. We got some comments. Campbell is the QB. That means he worked with all the QBs last year, correct?
Right.
That means he should have had players doing drills to get better. And if that didn't work, he should have said, Coach, we need a QB.
That's a fact. And that's why I get on people that try to make excuses for Kirk Campbell is because he's the QB coach. You've seen these guys. You know whether or not they were good enough to run your offense, And if they weren't, and obviously they aren't, there was, people say at first, and I was like this at first, I say, who were we going to get in the portal? It was so late. Everybody had already signed.
Yeah.
But you could have got somebody. You could have got somebody better than this.
Yeah, you weren't going to get Cam Ward. You weren't going to get Will Howard, but there were other quarterbacks.
Yeah, there was somebody, because before the season, I was thinking like, okay, we couldn't get one of the top guys. So the guys on the team, they've been in the system. They know the personnel. They got bonds, so they should be better than somebody just picking up another just a guy. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you would think you could keep somebody in house and be better than just a guy, but I'm just one of those other guys from the portal probably would have been better than what we have.
I mean, you had guys like Riley Leonard from Duke who went to Notre Dame. Like even if it's not. Again, Cam Ward, it's still somebody serviceable who can do better than some of the quarterbacks you guys got, giving the ball up every time they throw. Yeah. Or not being able to pass at all.
That's the thing. I know we got in the game late since we were in the national championship, and we didn't know if Harbaugh was going to come or go. We didn't know if JJ was going to leave or stay or whatever. So we were late in the game, but they really should have got whoever they could just to see, just to see and add more competition, because you knew what you had. That's the thing. You knew these dudes won that. So the blame is on you, Kirk Campbell and Sharon Moore. It's not like y'all were new coaches coming into the system like, oh, this is what we got. We're trying to evaluate it and we don't have time. No, y'all knew. So it's on them.
No, for sure. Like my boy LeVar Ball, aka Larry Ball, said earlier, he was ragging on us for spending $30 million for a Big Ten title. It's $20 million, by the way. But I mean, look at the teams on top right now. They're the ones shelling out money. I'm sure Michigan could have did something for a quarterback.
Yeah,
at any point.
And now they're trying to get the money together so they can try to get Bryce or whoever they can. Maybe that's what we needed to inject some cash in our hands.
It's not like you guys don't have an NIL collective. You have one.
Yeah.
Use it. Get a quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, or don't. I'm perfectly fine with you guys not getting a quarterback as well.
Yeah. It's going to happen. What this season, this horrible stuff that's going on with Michigan, it's getting the guys that were kind of, oh, Michigan is doing fine kind of thing with all the money. Like, okay, maybe I do need to donate. Maybe I do need to help and contribute so we can make sure this don't happen anymore. So that's the only positive I could say from this.
Apparently, Michigan didn't have any NIL support to get a QB until June. So that's what Kinetic 615 thinks.
And that's the question. Who was available? I don't know, but you needed to get somebody to see. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. You needed to take whoever you could to see. That's not a guarantee that, let's say you pick up somebody, it's not a guarantee that he would have been better than what we had, but you owed it to yourself and the team to see, to get somebody to have more competition. And it ain't like the bar is set that high.
Right. Can you pass the ball and not turn it over that much?
Exactly. Somebody that's accurate and won't turn it over.
Yeah. Yeah. So I really want to highlight this comment, but I'm gonna save it. Just look in the chat whenever you get a chance. I'm not gonna say anybody was cheating on this platform, but maybe it's just karma. Anyway, all right. So Northwestern versus Iowa. I had a really hard time judging who was going to win this one, only based off of the fact that Northwestern is literally Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Like, it literally, one day we can get world beaters Northwestern, and then the next day we can get Northwestern who everybody's shitting on. So, like, I can't tell you who we're going to get in this game, but I like Iowa in this game. I'll just say that.
Iowa Northwestern?
At Iowa.
Yeah, I'd take Iowa in that one.
For betting purposes, it was really hard to take Iowa, though, because Northwestern could show up and then it's a whole different situation. Especially this year, after all the controversy and everything like that. They seem like they want to prove people wrong, but then they're Northwestern. So what can they do? People are clearly throwing it out there.
Let me cook. Put it back up there for me.
Oh, okay. All right.
Michigan fans have completely ignored the cheating issue, but they are going to turn it around next year. Everything's about the cheating. It's nothing has to do with execution. Nothing has to do with all those players that got drafted. Nothing has to do with Harbaugh going to the NFL. Nothing has to do with Jesse Minter, Klink, the DB coach. All that stuff don't matter. Losing JJ, losing Cornelius, Roman Wilson, losing half the offensive line. He caught a touchdown against Burke. Don't try that. I seen you.
Okay. All right. Roman, not so much Cornelius.
Okay. He torched y'all in 22.
Where is he now?
I don't know. No, I think he's on the Chargers. But Mike Sainristil, all these players that are in the NFL, you know what I'm saying? And if you want to say the cheating, that's fine. But we still got that natty. I don't care about you talking about this cheating stuff. I don't care. You cheated and got the natty. Sure did. What you gonna do about it? Oh, we're bad this year? That's fine. We still got that natty. What you gonna do about it? Nothing. Talk about it. Y'all cheated. Oh, great. Champs. What do you want me to say?
Are you done? All right. If I could be honest, as a Buckeye fan.
Hold on. One more time. One more thing. Look at D1K. Beat you by 50 this year. Who cares? I mean, yes, we care, but we're not good. We're not good. So beating us by 50, congratulations. You beat a bad Michigan team.
Don't do that.
Is Michigan bad?
Because you're not the only one that did that. I feel like I've seen that in the comments.
Josh, is Michigan bad this year?
Yes.
When Michigan let's think about the last 3 years. Every one of those games was what? A top 10 matchup.
Sure.
Playoffs on the line, Big Ten championship on the line. These are big time games that they really mean something besides just the rivalry. You got multiple championships on the line. Both teams are good. This year, Michigan knows we're not good. We just lost to Illinois. So right now, as you saw with Marcus, we're accepting the fact that we're not good. So if we lose to y'all, it's not like, oh man, we lost to Ohio State. It's like, sure. Okay, if we lose to Ohio State, we expect to lose to them this year. We're not good.
But even then, we have lost to y'all 3 years in a row. Yeah. We can't be happy that we're about to beat y'all again. And hanging at that, beating you by 50 would be, yes, got one back over on them. Things are right with the world again because the Buckeyes are beating Michigan again.
Yes, but when we're not day it have the same effect to it, does it?
And on top of that, Day 1K is right here. Y'all thought y'all were going to be good this year.
Okay. Y'all thought y'all were going undefeated this year.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Okay. Off-season talk is off-season talk. You don't know how the team is going to look until they play. So,
oh no, we knew y'all were going to look bad.
Okay, and now we do. Y'all thought we were gonna look bad. Now we've accepted it. Now y'all mad because we've accepted that we're bad. Y'all, what are we still supposed to think we're good now that we actually see that we're bad?
No, everyone sees that you're bad.
So what? You can't get mad that. See, y'all want us to still act like we're good. Everybody knows we're bad. We've accepted it. So now it's just like, all right, whatever.
I just don't like the narrative of, oh, you beat a bad Michigan team.
You beat a bad Michigan team. We beat y'all when y'all was top 5, top 10. You know, it meant something. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't always did that. You did that for 3 years. You had your 3 years, and now it's
we beat y'all when y'all was real nice.
Like I said, you did it for 3 years. You did it for 3 years, and I'll give you that. Commendable. Things are going back to the way they should be. That's all I'm gonna say.
Mean, are they? Because let's touch on this real quick.
Okay.
If we're bad, right?
Yes.
Things are supposed to go back to the way they were, right? Don't let Oregon win the Big Ten.
Well, first of all, they're not going to win the Big Ten this year.
Who gonna stop them?
We've already had this conversation today.
Who gonna stop them? Y'all?
Yes, for sure. Again, neutral venue. That's not even that neutral, to be honest with you. The way that we travel, it was 60-40 in the Oregon game at Oregon. That's how well we travel, right? But it's Indianapolis, our backyard, and we only lost by 1 point. I think we're going to beat them next time. And we all know it's hard to win twice. I have a feeling, at least, that we're going to win the next one.
I got you. Day one Q. Put him up there with this bro comment. This man rooting for Michigan, not rooting for Michigan. He's rooting for Oregon. No.
Hey, you did want us to call them the team out west.
Yeah, I do want y'all to call them that because it's hilarious. But I'm not rooting for Oregon. I'm just saying things are supposed to go back to the way they were. Y'all lost to them. What do you want me to say?
We did.
Y'all lost to them. And let's not try to act like this because I'm in all the OSU chat places. I'm in all the OSU podcasts. And when we lost to Texas, you would have thought Ohio State fans won the national championship. So don't try me.
That is also true. I did take my shots as well. So yes,
exactly.
That is
y'all were so happy, like the world was just like stimulus checks just got sent out again. Yeah,
that's crazy. Yes, that is true. That is very true. I'll give you that. When I accepted Quinn Ewers as a Buckeye again after that.
Yeah.
So I will say that's true.
You know, so when y'all lost to Oregon, it did put a smile on my face, like, okay. But when it comes to us in the game, if we played earlier in the season, like let's say if we played Ohio State week 2 and y'all did us like Texas did us, that would have hurt. That would really hurt. Because we still had the expectations that, okay, we're probably still a good team. This hurts. This hurts. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that we play y'all at the last game of the season, and by then we're just going to be getting misery and beat down by who knows who, it doesn't have the same effect. Now we expect to lose to you because we're not good. I mean, possibly they can play their butts off and it becomes a close game or Michigan wins somehow, but most of us not going to be thinking that way. You know what I'm saying? But like, let's say if we played week 2 and y'all won, just like Texas did or whatever, that would have been devastating.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. I give you that.
You know what I'm saying? By the time we play, we already beat down right now. If y'all, you know what I'm saying? We already beat down right now.
And the way y'all talking about Will Johnson, he might not even be there in November.
Hey, and I wouldn't blame him. I don't blame players for making a business decision.
Yeah, I don't
when
either. Get your money.
Your future is on the line. Get your bread. You know what I'm saying? And a dude like Will Johnson, he's giving it all to Michigan already.
Sure. And he's already done what he needed to do, which was win a natty.
Win a natty, was MVP in the national championship. Like, the dude's been a dog since he was with us. So, I got nothing but love. Bro, do what you did. You did it, my brother. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's facts. I'll give you that. All right. I think we got one other game that we got to discuss before we get up out of here. And that's Penn State versus Wisconsin. Oh my God, not the glasses.
Shout out to Will.
And then
shout out to my brother Will Johnson.
I hate this.
Turnover buff.
I hate this. Anyway, Penn State versus Wisconsin. What do you got on that one?
Probably Penn State with a slow wins it slowly. One of those
slow, ugly win.
Yeah, one of those. That seems to be how they win most of the time.
Yeah.
Which worries me against when y'all play, like, bro, get it done, James Franklin. But it's James Franklin, so he probably won't. But
he won't.
Against Wisconsin, they'll probably win an ugly one.
Yeah, it's not a top 5, top 10 Wisconsin, so he'll find a way to win that. If it's a top 10 matchup, he can't win those to save his life. And I know I'm an Ohio State fan saying that, but Ryan Day at least has had some really close games against top 5 teams. James Franklin looks lost in top 10 games. So,
and even when he does, and even when the team does play well and gives him a chance in the fourth, he finds a way to blow it. Like,
right?
How can I lose this game?
Yep. And like Jay Marion says, Franklin's due for an upset.
He is, and that's why I've been thinking that they may be able to get y'all this year.
I was gonna say, do we count? Would that be considered an upset?
Yeah,
I mean, they are ranked above us, aren't they? They're 3 and we're 4.
Are they?
I think they're 3 and we're 4, aren't they?
Penn State's undefeated, aren't they?
Yep, because they don't play anybody.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they are playing Oregon and us, but they haven't played them yet.
But I don't think anybody's going to be picking them against. I think most people are going to be picking y'all in that game.
I would agree.
Nobody trusts James Franklin.
Why should they? He's never given them a reason to.
Hey, sometimes
I feel comfortable in that position.
You should. I mean, a dead clock is right twice a day. You gotta be right sometime.
I'm right about Penn State and Oregon, so throwing that out there. So, all right, that was all the games. You got anything else to take us out with? Any other thoughts? Any other games that you're paying attention to?
No, not really. It's just I keep getting these Ohio State fans that want us to be mad about what's happening with what's gonna happen late November if y'all beat us. And it's not us coping, it's just what it is. We're not good. So
you're not.
So when y'all, if y'all or when y'all beat us, it's just like we didn't expect to win, So
okay.
Well, what do you want us to see? Y'all want us to be mad, I
don't necessarily want you to be mad. I want you to keep the same energy of y'all going to win another natty.
Y'all want us, I never said that, but
not you, but Michigan fans were saying that for sure.
They probably
before
did.
The season.
Okay. But y'all want us to be mad when y'all lost because it was so much on the line. Those games were big time. This is what the rivalry is supposed to be. A top 5, top 3, top 5, top 10 matchup, Big Ten championship on the line, playoff on the line. Let's get it. North versus South. Let's go. And it's just not going to have that feel to it. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. So get better.
We're trying.
Get better.
That's you right about that. And we're trying. We need to get better coaches. Get a few better players in certain spots,
Sure.
The things that we need, you can't really do in season. So that's
LeVar Ball, I've got receipts. I know somebody said that. I have receipts somewhere. Let me get my phone. I'll post it. Somebody said this. But anyway, get better. And we'll see you when it's a top 5 matchup. And we'll win. That sound good? Yes. Does that sound good?
I hear that. I mean, I was with you.
We got to win this natty real quick. And then we can run it back when y'all get better.
Win what?
The natty.
Oh, y'all think y'all still got the national championship?
The national championship.
Okay.
Because we've been contenders for the national championship for like the last 25 years.
I mean, y'all.
Except the Luke Fickell year.
I mean, y'all didn't make the playoff last year or 2021.
We have been contenders for the last 25 years. We don't even know what it feels like to be in your shoes.
I'll give you that because
except the Luke Fickell year.
That's a fact. That is a fact. But
I can't even feel for you right now because I don't even know. I don't even know that struggle.
Let me ask you this. A struggle that you may know.
Okay.
Do you remember what it feels like to be a national champion? Do you still remember that feeling?
I do. Haven't felt it in a while, but we'll get there this year.
Do you still remember what it feels like?
Yes, it wasn't that long ago. And you know who we did it? You know who we won that natty over?
Bama? No, Oregon.
So we're going to beat Oregon again on our way to the national championship.
Okay.
It's almost poetic.
That's a stretch.
I'm just saying. Is it? That's a stretch. They beat us the first time. We see them once, maybe twice again on the way to the national championship. And that's poetic. That's the way it should be. That's the way it's going to be. I like it.
Day 1K, you don't remember that. Do you? I'm saying, do you remember that real joy, that real, do you really remember it? Or do you kind of remember, and then when you say it, it disappears like a whisper?
That's crazy. That is crazy. If he's 30, it was 10 years ago. He was 20. He remembers it like it was yesterday, like he said.
Okay. I'm just wondering. It's been a long time.
Well, you would know, wouldn't you? Because before you won the last one, it was how long?
I can't. That's the thing. Once you win it, it's like you forget that how long you waited. We just won the natty. I mean, I can't go. It's like a checkpoint on a video game. You can't go back all the way there. You at the checkpoint. So when I respawn, it's at the natty.
Anyway, sir, the game is on now. So, I got some Nebraska to watch, unfortunately. Anyway, any other thoughts before we get out of here?
Nah, that's all I got, bro.
All right, well, chat has been real. Like we always say, make sure you like the video. Make sure you like the live stream. Make sure you watch all of it if you haven't seen everything, because I see Lisa Sims in here talking about the 5 picks. We did discuss that earlier. Make sure you watch everything. Make sure you like it. Make sure you subscribe, not only here, but to Johnny Olden Jr. over there. Make sure you subscribe to Back of the Bus, which I realized I didn't change my name to A House Divided. I'm an idiot. And make sure you subscribe to A House Divided. On that note, we are out. Peace.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Go Blue.
Go Bucks.